Hi, my name is Wendell Tate, and this is going to be an overview of the syllabus and the way the course functions for my History 101 course. This is going to work for both the hybrid 101 course and the 101 course that is completely online. Here's my contact information in case you need to get in touch with me. My telephone number, you can text me or call me. Please leave me a message if you call and I don't answer. You can also email me. I'll get emails at wendelltate at Gmail email, or I'll get them if you just email me through the class interface as well. This is the information for the text that we're going to be using for the course. Joshua Cole, Western Civilizations, Volume 1, the 18th edition. You can find this in the bookstore on campus. Let me go ahead and mention that this is a required text. You are not going to be able to get through this course if you're in my hybrid course. Coming to class on Monday night and taking notes will not get you through this course. You are going to have to read the chapters as well. It is a required text for both, and you need to show up on the first day of class with this text. Purpose of this course is to address the humanities component for your general core education. The statement here is that you should understand the diversity of our cultural heritage and the effects of past artistic and philosophical influences. Basically, what makes us us. This is the purpose of this part of this course. What makes us in the United States and in Europe? What makes us what sort of historical and philosophical stuff came together to make us who we are today? I want you to also get out of this. I want you to think like a historian. I want you to analyze information, not only in my class, but I want you to start doing this in your everyday life. If someone shares an article with you online, sends you an email article, I want you to ask these sorts of questions. Like, I want you to start thinking about who wrote the article. Like, where does the article come from? Is it a valid article? Is this person just stating an opinion and presenting it as fact? Or is it actually is their source information valid? Do they have a purpose behind it? You see a lot of this stuff flying around all the time. People send you articles or share things with you on your online social network things. I want you to start analyzing it and thinking about it. Be a more informed person in society, and we'll talk about this as we go through the course. Down at the bottom here, what are good sources? So what should you consider to be valid? Really, primary source information is the most valid source. These could be sort of like diary entries that somebody might have. They could be gravesite information, archaeological information, law codes, any buildings, any kind of primary original source information about an event. Eyewitness accounts. Maybe someone is watching a battle unfold or watching an event happen. Those sorts of eyewitness sources are really good, valid sources. All right, this attendance policy is going to work for both my hybrid history class, which has a Monday night in-class element and the rest of the stuff is done online, or the class that's completely online. So if you're in my online only class, an absence would be either a missed quiz, a missed test, a missed reading response assignment, or a missed class discussion. Now, if you're in the Monday night class, which has all of these other four elements, the quiz, test, reading response, and discussion, chapter discussions, you have those, plus you have the Monday night class that you can't miss. You get 4 absences, and on the 5th absence, I am required to give you a W and require you withdraw you from the course. I'm going to tell you this: you do not want to be withdrawn from the class. Do your work and come to class, because once I withdraw you, it could have really adverse financial consequences for you. Say if you're getting a loan, like a military loan to pay for this class, they're going to require you to pay this money back. And I've had this happen to me numerous times where a student will miss too many and I will withdraw them, and then I'll get an email maybe a month later saying, I didn't realize this. I'm getting a bill now for this class. Can you please put me back in the class and just give me an F? The answer is no. I cannot do that. So please get your work done. Required work for this class. For each class, you've got to complete 3 items: a set of reading response questions, a short quiz, and a set of class discussions. Every 3 to 4 chapters, we're going to have a test. So, let me go through each of these items really quickly. The reading response questions, you find these on the Dropbox tab in our D2L environment. They make up 40% of your overall grade. You've got to type them up in a word processing program, and you've got to submit that for each chapter. They are due Sunday night by 11, no later. Do them early. You got to have the chapter read during the week and then do these. Let me explain what they are really quickly. So for each chapter, say for chapter 1, I give you 5 questions. You've got to choose 2 of the 5, and you've got to write a 1-page response for each of those 2 questions. So your document is going to be a minimum of 2 pages long. I grade those using a rubric that you'll find for each chapter. So what I grade you on is no mystery. It's out there on the rubric. Again, you got to turn one of these in 2 pages minimum for each chapter, and you're going to have to read the chapters to do them. So they're due each Sunday night. For each chapter, there's going to be a quiz. The quiz is 25 questions, multiple choice, and true false. You get to take each quiz 2 times, and only the highest of those 2 grades counts. Those have to be completed by Sunday night at 11 as well. I will not open those up. Usually these assignments are open like 2 or 3 weeks in advance, so there is absolutely no excuse for you being late on them. Quizzes count for 20% of your overall grade. Every 3 to 4 chapters, you're going to have a test as well. Tests, there are 3 or 4 of these depending on how far we get in the course. The first test will be after chapter 4. The second one will be after chapter 8. The tests are taken completely online. You got to download this secure browser called the Respondus browser that you're also going to use for your quizzes. The test you only take once. They are 50 questions, multiple choice, and they cover the 3 or 4 chapters that we have just covered. The test category counts for 20% of your online grade. Discussions count for the remaining 20% of your online grade, and they are completely done online. I will post the topics. You will have to respond to me and to your classmates. Your discussions will be graded on quantity and quality. For each chapter, you grade. If you post 1 time, that gets you a 33 for that. 2 gets you a 66. 3 posts for that chapter count as 100. Again, only good responses count. If you just respond with something like, yes, I agree, that does not count. You've got to post and you've got to give some, yes, I agree with you, but this could also be true. And then you post something with some evidence or some kind of thought that builds the discussion. Your grading scale is the standard 10-point scale that we have. So again, your grades are 40% for the reading responses, 20 for quizzes, 20 for tests, 20 for discussions. All of this information is included in the syllabus. Please contact me with any questions that you might have or any comments or anything that you might have about the course. Thank you.